NFL on EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in Week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. They try right side here. Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You got to walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
They'll run it with Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Now Breeze. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And Woods has it complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now Kamara, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Breeze picked off by his nemesis, Nickel Roby-Coleman. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the 3rd round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. Watch the run. Watch the run. 38-yard line.
And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson dumps it off to Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Jackson. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
55.
Play action. It's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. And how about this decision? Tie game, first half, but here's an onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. I can't say that's something you see often, but it worked out for them. Tie game, they try to get the ball back, and they do.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to give me a lot of tales about this guy called Old Mo. I never knew who Old Mo was. Now I do. It's Old Momentum, and they want to keep riding it.
Old Mo. Is that a true story? Or?
True story.
Oh, I love your pops. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now Jackson on first down. Going up top for Kupp. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now Breeze. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And this is Cook with the ground. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Again has it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. Breeze now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 24, Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, as the first half is winding down, and the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the pass.
Jackson. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for our Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This is fielded at the goal line. A little juke.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Brees going to try and throw on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Brees on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. A 10th carry for Kamara. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Brees' throw on target to Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Brees going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Craig Robertson in on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Brings us third and 3.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the slant.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Check 56. There's a party now. 56. Mike, 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. And got a man. It's Woods. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. They go play action with Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Here's Breeze to throw. And that's caught by Smith. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tre'Quan Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the 16, Breeze steps away to his left, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
13.
To throw, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Jackson to throw. He's letting it fly and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Opposite.
They run it again with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Gain of 12. 1st down, New Orleans.
Ready. Yellow lady.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will